move on to the Earthquakes and their just horrible.
Wait, can I just guess without even looking at the doc here? Can I just guess?
Yeah.
How many games have they played since we've last recorded?
2.
I'm gonna guess they lost both of them.
Correct.
Hold on. Let me see if I can give myself a bonus point. I'm gonna say, oh gosh, the opponent scored a total between the two games 7 points.
No, actually, they lose 1-0 to Houston, and then they go up to Minnesota, and then they lose 2-0 there.
So, okay, better showing than I thought.
Dead last. Their upcoming game. Let's see. So MLS is taking a break right now as well. We're in the summer window pause or whatever. So they're playing the Leagues Cup with Liga MX. They're going to be playing against Chivas on Saturday. The next MLS fixture is going to be late August against Salt Lake. So we're going to kind of see how this Leagues Cup goes. I don't think it's going to go very well.
What would ever give you that thought?
John fucking Fisher. Yeah. So the Ultras they're on board with the fuck John Fisher movement. They're making themselves loud and known, and they've welcome to the resistance. People, absolutely. Some of them have been on board for a while. Others are getting on board in the last couple months or so. But yeah, this is in a league that is already hiding its product behind like a paywall on Apple. It's
just wild.
It's absolutely just wild to me. So there's zero interest now at this point, because who's honestly seeking out the Earthquakes? Like if you're a casual person, the only time you're gonna watch an Earthquakes game is if your team is playing them.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
So they're already hurting themselves by being behind the paywall, and then you don't even muster the facade of trying.
Yeah.
At this point, it's you can fire your coach as many times as you want. It's not going to make a difference.
I do want to say that I saw. I don't think it was at the. I thought it was at the Earthquakes game, but it was definitely at the A's game. But somebody was walking around with a sign that said, "All right, now one tapped out. Now we just need John Fisher to tap out." I was like, "Damn, man." Fans are brutal, man. I love their signs. I love the creativity that people come up with all the time. But John Fisher sucks, man.
Yeah.
Just god awful.
In my head, when I just hear John Fisher sucks, what I'm hearing is the John Cena music. And then people, how people used to go, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Like, I'm saying John Fisher instead. Yeah. So that's what's going on in my head whenever I hear John Fisher sucks. I'm hearing the John Cena intro music, but people shouting John Fisher sucks.
Yeah.
So there we go. I think maybe if we can find a way to request that happening, get that song playing.
Mm-hmm.
That could be, that could be a fun thing to chant. They might be forced to cut off the song, But anyway, okay, moving on. Let's move on to Bay FC. They started the Summer Cup. And so the first match of that, they lose 3-1 at the San Diego Wave.
Your first game of the Summer Cup is a team called the Wave. Come on.
Yeah. Playing the San Diego Wave. So they take the L 3-1. They don't have any of the top two strikers, Rachel Kundananji and Asia Oshawala. They're on Olympic duty, so they don't have them.
Yeah.
Which means there was the ability to score was greatly diminished, and they just the only goal came from Maddie Moreau, I believe, and that was in the second half. It was it was fairly fairly even in terms of play, but it's just they couldn't find the finishing touch, So upcoming games in the Summer Cup is this coming Friday against Angel City at 7:30 on Friday. and then next Friday against Club America, also 7:30 next Friday, and both of those games are going to be at home in San Jose. The problem with the Summer Cup is there's 5 different groups and only 4 slots in the playoffs. So you have to win your group and then not be one of the worst teams, and not be the worst team of the group winners to move on. Taking the L here right off the bat doesn't look promising. So I think at this point, um, the coach is going to start looking at just trying to find different combinations, trying to see what will work, what won't work, trying different styles. They had Dana Castellanos playing in a false 9
Okay.
throughout this match, just kind of trying that out, seeing what that looks like with her doing that. It just, there was a lot of good control going back and forth, but it just, like I said, the finish wasn't quite there. Dana did actually put one in, but she was offsides in the first half. So that's unfortunate. That happens. So yeah, like I said, they're on a break as well for the Olympics. The next NWSL match is also at Utah the day before the Earthquakes go there, oddly enough, against Utah Royals. So that's fun. As for the US women's team, their first game against Zambia will be on Thursday. That's going to be a 12 p.m. kickoff for us here in California. So yeah, just general soccer news and notes. Perfect, Tim. They will also be playing Germany and Australia in their group, and then if and when they win that group, that's when they'll move on to the knockout stage. There's 12 teams total in the Olympics. 8 of them are going to move on to the knockout stage. So top 2 move on, and then the 2 best third place teams. USA should be able to do that. I think if they can't do that, even with a brand new coach, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong at that point. So they're going to handle business. They're going to be in the knockout stage, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
I know we weren't having this on the list here, but I heard that there's 2 names that have popped up as possible head coaches for the U.S. men's national team.
Okay, yeah. Let's just. This is perfect for news and notes. We can leave that image up. That's great.
Yes.
And Tyler just got kicked off. So while Tyler comes back on, yeah, you're back.
That was weird.
Something weird's happening. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh man. So I heard that there was possible of oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank? Well, I know his name, but I don't know how to say it properly. Tierney?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was
Thierry
the latest.
Henry.
Thierry Henry. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's who you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So there was another name, but that one more specifically is the more intriguing to me, and why I look up for this other name here. I'm just curious as, do you think that would be a good fit? I mean, it's
So his coaching experience is MLS, so I don't
Right.
love that. His playing experience is top tier in France, which I do love.
right.
So that it's kind of tough. That'll be like, that's kind of walking the line between, like I said, I don't want an MLS coach. But if you have somebody who has experience playing in Europe especially at the highest levels for a long time, I can see why US soccer would make that higher. I don't 100% love it, but honestly, I'm not going to 100% love whoever they end up hiring. If I'm being honest, whoever they hire is going to have a shortfall because all the great coaches are either retiring and don't want to come, or they're already hired elsewhere and they're not going to come.
So the other one that's getting flirted around, that's getting a lot of like potential, and it seems like he's already addressed that he wants the job, was Patrick Vieira, who was a manager in French leagues. I'm trying to think of what he managed most recently.
All right.
Looks like he just okay. So he managed a lot of international France teams from 97 to 09, the under team. More recently, he was doing he was with a team called RC Strasbourg, which is a club out of France as well too. So it seems like he's got some international. He did do New York City FC when he did do Manchester City at a younger club. Previously, before his coaching job, he was at Crystal Palace. Kind of know how that story's kind of gone for them. They've kind of seen their way out of Premier to kind of middle of the road of championship. So, but still has, European coaching in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm super excited about it, but
yeah, again, like I said, whoever they end up hiring is not going to be a perfect hire.
yeah,
Like let's just throw that out there right now. Let's dispel any possibility that you're going to 100% love whoever they end up hiring, because it's not going to happen.
yeah,
So there's going to be a flaw with whoever they end up getting. Of those two names, I think I prefer Thierry Henry,
okay,
but I don't. Like I said, the coaching. He was at Montreal, so like, but
yeah,
Montreal didn't really do much. So yeah, as far as if he can bring a tactic and make the fit work, and if I want to see an actual run. I don't like out of Team USA in the when they're hosting this tournament in 2 years. I want to see them not just make the knockout stage, but I want them making a legit run, like at least win a game in the knockout round. Maybe
yeah,
win 2 games and get to the semifinals. Like if you're on home soil and you've got what a lot of people are calling the most talent that US has ever had, top to bottom, for the men, I expect to see some actual performance, like proper top-notch performance. But I'm kidding myself by actually expecting that. I'd love to see that, but I know that that's not what's going to actually end up happening. So good luck to whoever ends up getting that job, man. Because
yeah.
I feel like we're going to be heading for disappointment no matter what, unless some miracle happens. I
Well,
wonder if Ted Lasso's hanging out somewhere.
at least I get to be disappointed not at 6 a.m. drinking a beer.
Right. I get to be disappointed prime time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can, get a little tickle in my throat. I got the black lung and I have to go leave work a little early, and I can head to head to Clara and catch a game.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Your next news here is great, man. I didn't even hear about this. I love this.
I saw this. So this is the last note for soccer. CBS Sports actually landed the rights for the English Football League for the next 4 seasons. They're going to air 250 games in total each year across the Championship, League One, and League Two. So you're going to see a lot of Wrexham a lot easier.
Man, shout out to Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, because this is primarily their reasoning as to why CBS landed this. The popularity that's going to ensue. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh! I mean, yep. League Two, sure. Maybe there's some fans that are,
Yeah. I know that. Like, for example, like let's just look at the Championship. Leeds is still in the Championship, and mm-hmm. they're the Niners basically own them. It's the same ownership group, so there's a lot of Niners Leeds fans crossover as well. So you get you're going to get a chance to see most of those games.
That's awesome, man.
So that's great.
Love
that is huge. That's terrific news. And there's no reason not to, broadcast everything. We have the technology at this point. I don't love the Paramount Plus app, to be honest. Like I've, watching, if you're trying to watch 2 soccer games in a row, that could be a problem. But, so PBS needs to work on that a little bit, but I'm just excited for the opportunity to watch more of these games, outside of the Premiership.
Yeah, I have a personal gripe against European media outlets. It seems like you think MLB commissioners are behind the 8 ball. Man. I mean, they had a gold mine. They literally had a gold mine, and I'm talking about their viewers, or at least the program they use. It's like iWatch or something like that, or iView or some crap like that. But they literally had a gold mine, and basically just told Ryan Reynolds, no, we're not going to work with you guys. Like, there's not going to be any kind of you want to watch it, you got to subscribe, and you can only watch it like on their actual webpage. It wasn't like an app or anything like that. So good job, CBS. I definitely am excited for that, because now I can record them and I can watch them, and the quality is gonna be better, because CBS is going to bring their own cameras out there, so it's gonna be a lot better too.
Absolutely.